Just joined. Hey, it's live here. All right, on YouTube. Welcome. It's a joyful yoga. Welcome your Friday night. Rena Goddess, I've been seeing your posts a lot lately. I'm glad your energy has been starting to connect with me. This is neat. I look forward to getting to know you more. And Epic Laydown, I'm glad you have my energy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, like attracts like. So consider me a mirror then. So that's pretty sweet. So we're talking today about trusting our intuition. And also what I want to talk about in regards to this, can you trust the intuition that comes from your second chakra? And what's your second chakra? Just in case you don't know, second chakra is located between your hips, and it's the center of your joy, your creativity, your fertility, your abundance, and yes, your sexuality. So, you know, I definitely heard people say before he was thinking with his penis, right? And you could just definitely switch that around to yoni, but you know, I guess it's more of a saying that you hear about men. You know, that primal sexual energy. And this is what I want to say towards that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have a little candy here. I'm gonna treat myself to a little candy. Happy Friday. All right. So let's talk about that for a little bit. And I'm going to be pulling some cards. And we'll channel some information through. And we'll channel in some healing. And we'll channel in some activation energy, okay? So we're going to have some fun. So, in regards to trusting your second chakra. So your second chakra it's associated with the element of water, which is flow. And I'm sure you've heard the saying, you want to flow with the current. You don't want to go against the current. Well, if you're going to be, let's say, pleasuring yourself or someone else pleasuring you, you are getting into the flow of your second chakra, the flow of your sexuality. If you are embracing it, surrendering it, because, you know, many people have also had some sexual traumas that have created constriction and blockages within the second chakra. So you might flow a little bit, but not quite in the flow. And I understand that because I went through a sexual trauma, and I didn't even realize for years and years and years that I still had a huge blockage in that area until I finally orgasmed when I was 49. So this was very recent. Yeah, and it was because I realized the blockage, I acknowledged the blockage, and then that gave me an opportunity to heal it. And then that got me back into my flow. So when you have desires, let's say when you have things that would make you feel really happy, you know, you can think about many things that make you really happy. It doesn't have to be sex related, but it could be just to think about different things that make you happy. When you engage in those activities to ignite that happy, it creates the flow within that second chakra. Hello, Dominic. How are you? You're back. That's awesome. And let's say you engage in a sexual activity, which gets you within your flow. Your second chakra becomes activated, and your second chakra, whether you're fueling the creativity or your sexuality or your, hey, Toronto, North of Toronto's in the house too. How are you? Welcome. So we have all those different aspects of the second chakra, whether you're engaging in one of them or another one, it's going to overall activate that second chakra. Hi. Yeah. Thanks for the emojis. And good evening. Is that Epic Lay Down? That's like good evening. Yeah, I think it was Epic Lay Down. That's like good evening. So if you deny that second chakra. You constrict yourself from that second chakra. It stops the flow of the energy. And so it's like putting in a dam. The wall comes down, water stops moving, and it can become stagnant. And so we can constrict ourselves in different ways. And in some cases, we might feel good about having some constrictions. Some people really feel good about having rules, having structure. Some people really thrive on that. Kids really thrive on structure. Now, as you get older, and your true essence can start to shine if you start acknowledging who you are. You might realize that maybe you're the type of person that being within rules causes too much constriction, that you really can't be within your flow. And what the term, they keep telling me that it is your chi. It's your sexual chi. It's your essence, the essence of who you are. And so now is the time for us to really embrace all of who we are. And but the way you do it is fully up to you. It is so up to you. You cannot listen to anyone else to decide what is going to be the best choice for you. Because, like, for example, some people very much feel so safe and comfortable in a very traditional type of relationship. And I'm putting that box there, right? And that's wonderful. And that is their beautiful comfort zone. And so then they need to match with someone who also likes that traditional. And then there's other people. I've met so many different people over this past year and a half of people who have all different types of relationships, and some of which would never fit within the box of traditional. It just would not work for them. So if let's say your parts are, hey, thanks for the hearts. Let's say your parts are giving you a message. Oh, I missed a message. Right back to kiddos. I have a question after taking questions. Yeah, Dominic, absolutely taking questions. Yeah, ask me when you get back. And Heats is in the house as well. Hello, Heats. Awesome. What does that say? Not traditional. Laugh my ass off. I'm not either. But I very much lived in a traditional one for years and years and years. And I've gotten to know myself better now, and knowing that a traditional is not going to be a good match for me because it creates constriction. And for me, what I've noticed is when that constriction is released, so the dam goes up, right? The water starts flooding in. That brings vitality. That brings rejuvenation. I'm saying rejuvenation because it's rejuvenating the cells that were in a constricted space. And so that works for me, right? That works for me, is being in the non-traditional. And so listening to my second chakra is actually really, really important, because I want to stay in that place of non-constriction. Now, listening to your second chakra in an imbalanced place could cause some problems, right? You could end up making some choices that will have some ramifications. So what do I mean by imbalanced place? It's maybe, I would say it's being in a place of, you're listening to that second chakra, but in your current reality, the reality that you're living in and who you, let's say you're in relation with, if they are not on board with that, then yeah, you could end up running into some problems. And it's whether you want to do it with, follow your second chakra with integrity, right? So you have to make some changes so you can do it with integrity. Maybe you need to have communication. You need to create some shifts potentially. So is that integrity piece really important to you? For me, that integrity piece is very important. But I think it's important for us to be responsible for ourselves. I think too much in this society is like what happens is judgment against others and their choices, because that's ego getting ignited. Look, they're terrible. I am so better than them, you know? So that ego gets ignited. And then a lot of us out there, right? We are concerned about judgment, right? We're concerned what people will think. And maybe you have a concern about how things might shift in your life if you make those decisions paying attention to that second chakra. And that's important for you to realize too, right? Because some big changes might happen if you do listen to that second chakra. But I believe that that second chakra is giving you information about yourself and what you truly want, what you truly desire. That maybe you've been living within the box and not trusting that. Now, our second chakra is associated with our other chakras. They are all connected. I love the hearts. All of our chakras are connected. To make decisions from your second chakra, it's also important that the heart is involved. The heart and the sacral chakra are directly connected should you allow them to be. So in essence, we should be making choices that make our heart sing, that also feels sexy and playful and abundant for us. It needs to be the combination. Because if it's just full on, that sounds like fun, but you don't necessarily have the balance going on, and maybe not thinking about the integrity piece. Maybe you're just, it's important for us to live in the moment, right? But if you're living within the moment and just only second chakra focused, you're forgetting about your other chakras and the beautiful balance that we can create to make decisions that feel good. Okay. And if you are feeling anxiety or stress over something, thanks to the hearts, then maybe it's not the right decision for you. And maybe just at this time, it's not the right decision for you. Maybe at another time it will be, or maybe it won't, because you'll get more clarity and then realize, aha, that is not a good choice for me. So sometimes we just need more time to discover. All right. So let's pull some cards, and you can ask questions. It's really lemony. Woo. I have a Foggy River tea, and it is forest air. Hey. With some lemon and then a little bit of matcha green tea, because I wanted a bit of an antioxidant in there too. I'm having the hearts. Okay, I'm going to go to the Archangel deck. So, trusting your intuition, it definitely takes practice, because sometimes you might be guided with things going, are you fucking serious? I know. I have definitely experienced that on several occasions over the past year. And yet, there was always an excitement to it and a little bit of fear. Excitement and a little bit of fear. And that was an indication that it's the right thing. I will be showing you that card. Okay, so what else do we need for today to assist us with trusting our intuition? Okay. La 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 la. La 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 la. That song is still in my head. All right. The first card is patience. The first card is patience. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So you can see she's just very delicately watering the flowers. She has her wings. There's lots of beautiful flowers around there. There's so much abundance. And there's even, it looks like a cupid on one foot that has like petals coming out from the feet. Jody, welcomed. Awesome. Hey, Jody, how are ya? All right. So, in regards to patience, so there's different things that each of us, we're all unique in what we've been wanting to manifest in our lives. And what has been prominent for most people is one or more of the following areas. So I've been mentioning this quite a bit. Good, thanks. Awesome, Jody. So the first one could be relationships. So we've been asking for things in relationships, whether you're currently in a relationship or not in a relationship. Some beautiful transformation is afoot right now. Where does that saying come from? A foot. Why is it a foot? Why is it not a hand or an elbow, but it is a foot? I don't know, but I felt like saying it, so I did. Also, financial stuff has been coming up, and career has been coming up. So the stuff has been coming up, and most likely there's been disruption within one or more of those areas that could create discomfort, that could create fear, that is maybe putting you on edge, right? And that stuff is coming up in order to push forward change. Because when something doesn't feel good, like we've been naturally programmed to avoid pain and go after pleasure. Okay, avoid pain and go after pleasure. Yeah, sounds good, eh? I like all the hearts that came with that one. And so because of this, it gives us a drive. When we have the discomfort, it gives us the drive to find pleasure again. How can we find pleasure? Sometimes we have to change our action, take different action. We have to speak our truth to ourselves or to others. And sometimes we just simply need to change our own perspective about things. And then that can create the shift of energy. Who just joined? Chad just joined. Hey, Chad. So we were just talking about pain and pleasure. So the disruption is getting us to make some changes right now. And changes are afoot, not a hand, they are afoot. So the changes are happening. We can't necessarily see them, but we are in harvest time right now. So you might have gotten some signs here and there, a little bit of indications that there's a possibility of some things, but then it's still not happening. And then it's still not happening. But don't worry, it will happen all in divine timing. And it's building that excitement. It's like awesome foreplay. That's what it's like. It's like foreplay. And so we got to enjoy the foreplay. The foreplay is so freaking important. So we need to be in this place. And the way they described it before, and they just gave me an image again, is of a bridge. We're on that bridge that is taking us to that new phase in our life, new beginnings. And it can be a scary and exciting place because we don't know where it's going. We actually can't see what's on the other side of the bridge. We have an idea of what we want, but we don't really know exactly how it's going to look. But it is very exciting. So we need to trust in our intuition. And that's what this is about tonight, right? We got to trust in our intuition. We got to trust that the ideas and inspiration are coming to us in perfect divine timing, and that we take action when we're supposed to take action because we listen. So we have to believe in ourselves that we do trust we're getting ideas and inspiration. We have to trust that we're not like just couch potatoes and we're not going to not do anything about it. When we feel the fire under us, we're going to do it. And the universe, if we're in that place of trust, it will open things up. It's like the parting of the seas. Everything like opens up, and then you have the opportunity to actually do something about it. The time is there, the space is there, the motivation is there, so you get shit done. right? So a lot of beautiful energy comes within the trust and it helps you to flow. And connecting in with that second chakra really helps you to get into the flow. Okay, we want to be within our flow, literally within our flow. And so um yeah, igniting your inner child is what I wanted to say. Doing things that you find fun is going to help you to keep that abundant energy flowing. And hey, Buffalo, so Buffalo. Do I say that anytime you come on? You remind me of the song. It's hard not to. So I'm going to read the second card now because two other cards came up. But the first one is be patient. And I did mention the importance of getting that inner child to play. Hello, says Buffalo Soldier. All right. The next card that came up is outdoors. This has been coming up a lot lately. Mother Gaia wants us to keep grounding in the energy because we can get excited, right? We can get excited in that second chakra play energy. Oh, Heath is here. How do I stay flowing in the confinement of motherhood? Oh, Heath, that is such a good question. Such a freaking awesome question. It can be so freaking tough. I want to swear, actually. I stopped myself from swearing because I was putting myself back into that place where my kids were really young. And it can be exhausting. And I remember being so freaking hard on myself. I don't know, Heath, if you can relate to this, but I was so fucking hard on myself that I was never doing enough. And again, those are the messages that I got growing up, and these are the messages I kept giving to myself. You're not enough. You have to do more. And I remember when my kids were really young, like even as a baby, I heard that, they say music, it really helps with brain development, especially classical music. And so I would play music all the time for them. And if I wasn't playing music, then I was singing songs to them. And even when I was taking my kids for a run in their stroller, I'd be like singing the whole time, thinking that this is so good for them. So be huffing and puffing up a hill, still singing. A little ridiculous, eh? Yeah. So sometimes I was taking things to the extreme, and then also hearing the messages of not enough from the people around me too, which made it tougher. So it really is about making sure you get your self-care. You need to keep taking that time for yourself. And if you can do some type of self-care daily, and it doesn't matter how small or big it is, because even just the smallest little things of self-care, if you're acknowledging that this is self-care for yourself, then you will be in gratitude for that, and you will be able to take in that energy and allow that energy to provide healing for you. So it's about setting the intention and doing that, and watching those thought patterns, because you are always doing the best that you can. Everyone can relate to this, whether you're a mother or not. You are always doing the best that you can. Whatever choices that you make, you're perfect for today, and you're perfect for who you are right now. You're perfect for where you are in your journey and how you feel like you should act, and whatever comes out of your mouth and the timing that you do things. And sometimes people will just think you are fucked because of the choices that you're making. But all you can do is trust yourself and trust in how things flow after making those choices, that for some reason it was meant to flow in that way. All we can do is trust. And when we trust, we're being more easygoing on ourselves. We have to have compassion for ourselves, compassion for others. But Heath, I just want to say again, it is watching the thoughts, because your thoughts create your emotions, which create your reality. And what has Jody said? Mom guilt. It's for real. It sure is. Yeah, it sure is. Frig. And the only person who can stop that guilt is you. So acknowledge that guilt, and it's okay that you feel guilty, right? You got to embrace yourself for feeling guilty. You can even journal about feeling guilty, why you feel guilty, how you think you should be behaving, why you think you're not enough, and why that is bullshit. Okay, why that is bullshit is so important. And when you're writing about not being enough, you got to throw that shit out. Okay, don't leave the not enough stuff in a journal because that has energy. When you're writing about getting the, barfing on the page about the stuff that you don't believe in yourself, the stuff that scares you, it's really healthy to do that. But then, find a safe way to burn it and transform that energy. All right, so getting back to the outdoors. So Archangel Jophiel, go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Now, I know it depends on where you live, but if you're anywhere near me, the weather is supposed to be pretty rainy, I think, all weekend. And that's okay. We can still find a way to get out, get a raincoat on, get some boots on, get outside and connect with all the elements. Okay. I love the hearts. Thanks. Connect with the elements, connect with the wind, connect with the rain. And that water is very cleansing and helps you to get into that flow. It will help you to release what is no longer serving you. It will help to get that second chakra back in alignment. And if you can consciously connect in with Mother Earth, okay, constantly connect in. So when I'm saying constantly, and don't get yourself into a frenzy of, I'm not good enough. Oh crap, I wasn't connecting in for these next few feet. That's just me thinking about being a mother and not being good enough. So you know what, whatever you do will be perfect. Okay, so you're going to go outside, and at some point, maybe you can picture your roots going down into Mother Earth. Maybe you can take off your socks and shoes and put your feet in the bare soil, and maybe it'll be mud because of the weather that we're getting. And who gives a crap? Maybe that's what we need, is to get mucky. And picture those roots going down, breathe into Mother Earth. And let's do that right now. Let's breathe into Mother Earth right now. Even if you're not outside, we can still connect in. Mother Gaia is everywhere. Okay, you don't have to be outside to do it. It helps, because then you might even hear the birds and the squirrels and the chippies and the woodpeckers and the owls and the frogs, Maybe you'll hear the leaves rustling as like a deer is running through. Maybe you didn't know it was a deer, but the energy of the deer was there, right? So there's so many amazing things that you can connect with. But if you can't get outside, and we're not outside, let's say right now, we can breathe in. So picture your roots going down to the core of Mother Earth. Take a deep breath into that beautiful energy. Breathe out as you bring that energy in and up. Igniting every single cell of the body. And you know what? I am picturing us as a tree right now. Those beautiful energy that just came through all of us. And I'm seeing the branches coming up and helping us to be in our power. And it's not only affecting our first and second chakra, but right into that third chakra, the core, your willpower, your confidence, your courage. And the next card, I think we need this reminder. Well, of course we need this reminder. Breathe. Breathe. Thanks so much. Have to go. Okay. Love you so much, Heaths. Thanks for coming in. I'm sending you so much love, honey. Lots of love. Lots of love and healing energy that you so deserve. So Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy to release old patterns. So are you guys ready to release some shit tonight? I'm ready to release some shit. And you know what? I had pulled a card from the Earth Warriors. I don't know if it's still here, if it's still the one. No, I'm going to shuffle them, and we'll see which one wants to come. Because we're going to go through a healing and activation. And one of the Earth Warriors wants to join us and assist us with this healing. And right now, as I'm shuffling, you can do some nice deep cleansing breaths, okay? Breathing in, filling up your lungs and your heart. coming all the way up through your crown. And as you breathe out, bring in that source energy coming right back down. That's amazing. She keeps coming out. There's so many freaking cards here, and she keeps coming out. I love it. Okay. Estenatlia. And you know what? In the book, it will tell me how to say her name properly. I would like to honor her. Let's see. Estenatluhi. 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 Turquoise changing woman. Turquoise changing woman. I love that. Now, a number 2, I'm just going to read the number 2 message from my numerology book. Everything's fine and will continue to be so. So keep believing, especially since your feelings of hope lead to more positive outcomes. The angels can buoy your faith if you'll ask for their help. Okay. Estenatluhi. I'm just going to show you her again. Look at her beautiful wings. You can see that there's a beautiful bird. That bird, even though the wings are so colorful, it reminds me of a blue jay. The markings on the face, it reminds me of a blue jay. And blue jay is my prosperity bird. And there's lots of turquoise on there. Beautiful. And even though that is the sun, it looks like a sun, I'm quite sure it's associated with the moon energy. So I'm just going to read a little excerpt from in here. Change is upon you. It is essential for your continued growth, and you do not need to fear it. As you allow for this change, remain steadfast in your inner spiritual connection. This gives you courage, trust, and peace and reassurance. You will find ways to navigate that shift so that your life improves through the process. If you are thinking of making a change, you are encouraged to do so without trying to force it. Be open and do your part to do the best of your ability, but also tune in to the sense of your divine timing, asking the universe for help and allowing life to unfold according to its own rhythm of creative, loving energy. Okay, beautiful. I just want to get down to the healing. Turquoise changing woman is also known as the conqueror of monsters and the bringer of blessings, especially when we feel that we're under attack or lacking something that we need. She teaches us that it is safe to rest our unconditional faith in divine grace. We make our efforts as wholeheartedly as we can, but in the gap between what we can do and what needs to be accomplished for beauty, peace, healing to happen on this planet, divine grace is there as the bridge, the catalyst, the miracle worker. Grace does not do the work for us, but it does empower our efforts and assist us in fulfilling our purpose in ways the mind can rarely anticipate. Grace is invisible and empowering hand of the Great Spirit reaching for us daily. Turquoise Moon Mother watches over us with a reminder that we are not alone in this, that the divine is our creative partner in all pursuits. We only need ask for help to be given, to realize it is already there, waiting for us to receive. So repeat this after me. Through unconditional love, so you can repeat that, I am blessed and empowered to grow through change. So you can say that. All that I need to evolve into the next expression of my divine destiny is generously provided for me. I surrender into divine blessings for renewal. Now, open to receive my highest good. So be it. Okay, so hold the card. Did this come up last Friday too? It might have. Okay, so I'm going to hold the card up, gaze at the moon behind the goddess. Reflect upon her image and the way her left thumb gently brings focus to her forehead, and with her right palm facing upwards, she reaches to the ground beneath her. Here she bestows blessings. Take a moment to center yourself in your heart. Are you open and really willing to receive a divine blessing? Can you allow yourself to become clear and receptive, trusting in what will be granted? When you are ready, you may wish to mirror the pose depicted in the card image by placing your left thumb on your forehead for a few moments as you extend your right arm out, palm facing upward. You don't have to think. All you need to do is breathe and be, as though divine blessings is flowing through you from the Divine Mother into this world. Okay, so I'm just going to do that for a moment. My palm is up. If you haven't done so, thanks for the hearts, everyone. Love the energy in here. So great. Be open to receive the blessings. I'm asking for all of us to release patterns that are no longer in alignment with who we are. And we're going to do that through our breath. Through the breath in, we are loosening up the constriction of old belief systems, distorted patterns. And as we breathe out, those are loosening and lifting and transmuting into pure love, light, gratitude, and trust, and peace and harmony. Keep on thinking of that transmutation and releasing on that breath out. And so it is. Okay, I've been seeing that that diamond energy, and it is, I described it before kind of like as the matrix. Maybe there's a better definition of it. I know my son and I watch Supergirl, and her newest costume, she can make it almost like just come right up her, like, and that's in a way, as I see this diamond energy. It's building and building, and as we're clearing, it's becoming more and more integrated with our body. You can see Gracie just lying on the pillow. She's so sweet, and she's so little, and she just can tuck in almost anywhere. She is my little beautiful therapy dog. So, any questions? How's everyone doing? I think that was pretty cool, because I felt the energy shifting. Even if you didn't feel anything, it's okay. We are definitely going through some beautiful shifts, and we need to stay in that patience and to trust and to continue to breathe and to get outside and to be patient and to connect in with that sacral chakra and listen to it, but make decisions from your heart. Buffalo Soldier feels good. Awesome. Jody Neb, I love this. Thank you. Oh, Jody, you're so welcome, honey. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. You know what? If you are interested in joining yoga classes, we continue to move the energy through the movement of the body. And you don't need to be able to put your legs behind your head or go into a lotus position. I can't even do lotus position. I can do cross-legged, but my knees are not flat onto the mat, right? My knees are a bit higher. Not every yogi is the same. Not every yogi has the same body. Not every yogi has gone through the same things physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We're all so different. So you don't have to be a typical yogi and whatever that is. It's really just perceptions that we might have, right? Having some Baileys. Oh, north of Toronto. That is sweet. Oh, I love Baileys. Baileys on ice. That sounds so good. You know, if I were to have a Baileys on ice, I would probably add some almond milk to it just to add to some extra creaminess. That sounds so good. That sounds awesome. So, everybody, what time is it? It is 8:44. 44 is a beautiful number. You know, when I think of 44, I think as you are protected, you are safe, everything is in divine alignment, and it feels just so freaking abundant to me. And and I also associate the number with it's a truth. So what you are thinking, it's the truth. And I am just going to read it from here. I love getting reminders of the numbers, you know? Sometimes I need to adapt my perception to get a better understanding. So the angels are giving you extra comfort, love, and support right now. Ask for them with everything and listen to their guidance through your intuition. Oh, I love that. Extra comfort, extra love. You have all the support you need. That is so beautiful. 44. All right. I love it. That's awesome. It's a beautiful number. It's a very vibrant number. For me, I do feel peace with number 44. It, like when I see it on a license plate, it's yeah. Okay, so now when you see the number 44, you can think about that. And if you are the age 44, what a peaceful year. Might not feel that way with whatever's going on in your life, but you can get into that space. I'm just going to pull a card from my Badass Affirmation deck. If you want me to pull a specific card for you, let me know. Okay, Green-Eyed Goddess. Thank you for all the lovely energy. I'm crawling into bed early tonight. I will see you Tuesday night. Oh, Green-Eyed Goddess. Oh, yay. You're one of my Tuesday night babes. Sweet. Yes, I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday night for Tuesday night second chakra yoga. We'll have some fun. Jody Neb, it's been the worst and the best year. Yes, I'm 44. Nice. Happy 44th whenever that happened for you. Happy your 44th year. Yeah. I concur, the best and the worst. Oh, Green-Eyed Goddess, you're amazing. Oh, I so look forward to doing yoga with you on Tuesday. Yeah, the worst and the best, like huge freaking changes, huge fucking disruption. We are, oh, you're turning 44 soon. Wow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm curious, what is your 44th year going to be? Do you know? Because like a 4 and a 4 will be an 8, which is infinity, which is total prosperity and abundance. But then when you, seriously, yeah. But when you add up your month, like the number for your month and the number for the year that you were born, for this year, and the number of your birth date, and you put all those numbers together as I'm burping, we can find out what number it is. Hopefully awesome. Yes, it will be. Got to drive the car and use GPS. See ya. Hey, Buffalo Soldier, thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you were here. All right, so I'm just going to pull an affirmation here. The affirmation is, I can, and I absolutely fucking will. So that feels so powerful. What do you want to create? What do you want to create? There are so many things that I want to create. And I'm very excited about creating them. And so I'm going to bring those things into my heart right now. What you want to create, bring it into your heart right now. Draw it in. And I'm picturing a lotus flower. I'm picturing a lotus flower just opening up, okay? Beautiful. Okay, so bring them all into your heart right now. Visualize them. Think about you having them. How would that feel if you had that? So I'm just picturing one of the things right now. Maybe start with one thing and to really visualize the having of that and the abundance of that and how great that freaking feels. Just feels so freaking great. And then I want you to say, I can, and I absolutely fucking will. I can, and I absolutely fucking will. I love it. That feels powerful. And I love all those hearts that were coming just to really emphasize the energy of that. So yes, you are strong enough. You are good enough. You are worthy enough. And you will have that. And be open to the way it unfolds, because that dream that you have, that longing or that desire that you have, can be even better than expected, because you might just not be able to fathom of how perfect it could be. So let's be open to that. Let's be absolutely open. All right, everybody. Is there anyone wanting me to pull a card for them before I wrap it up? From Instagram, let me know. Oh, I have the essence of whale energy. I bought this a long time ago and it resurfaced and I love it. It smells so freaking good. So it has the same vibration of whale energy. So by smelling it is you're bringing in the whale energy. And then I also have Mary Magdalene, which is so much freaking love. So good. Okay, so there might be a delay, but let's see. Yes, please, not business time. All right, North of Toronto, I will pull a card for you. North of Toronto, I'm going to pull a card from the Goddess deck. A goddess wants to talk to you. One is talking to you right now. Jody Nev. Thanks, Joey. You're welcome. Jody, do you want me to pull a card for you too? Let me know if you want me to pull a card. North of Toronto. If not, if you got to go, totally get it. It's all good. But let me know if you want a card. Green-eyed goddess. We have another goddess in the house. We have lots of goddesses in the house. Gods and goddesses are all here. Okay, sure. Jody too. Okay, so I'm first. Green-eyed goddess. Let me know if you want me to pull a card for you. And I'm just starting with North of Toronto. North of Toronto. Let's see what goddess wants to speak to you. Goddess Malu, Mother Earth, you're called upon to help with environmentalism. Okay. For some reason, I still think it has to do with your business. I feel like bringing in that aspect of environmentalism in the products that you provide and in your advertising, and always keeping the earth in mind and integrating the Mother Earth energy into your marketing, into your the love and care of all the products that you provide. And even if you're purchasing other products like elsewhere and then reselling them or selling them, then really think about what they're made out of, and that there's not going to be packaging and stuff that's going to affect the landfills. Like, think about all that, because Mother Earth and Goddess Malu want to help you to be successful by working with Mother Earth. Like, Mother Earth really wants you to, it's like, join her forces. That's what I heard. Join her forces. So there might be something specific that you're like, okay, I totally get it. I know what this has to do with. If you want a follow-up question, just let me know, okay? Or follow-up card. All right, Jody Neb, here we go, honey. It's your turn. What does Jody need? There's actually two cards that wanted to come out. I'm all of a sudden stuffy in my nose with some stuff coming back here. Do you have any sinus stuff, like dripping stuff or like allergy stuff going on right now, Jody? Because I was just getting a bit stuffed there. Okay, so Goddess, and I apologize if I'm not saying her name the proper way. The way I saying her name, because it feels so nice coming out of my mouth this way, is Goddess Saraswati. The arts. Express yourself through creative activities. So Jody, you are a very creative person. And look at the beautiful swan there. So when I think of a swan, I think of the long neck, and that neck is the channel between source energy, between heavens and earth, and coming in through the heart. Because when I think about a swan too, they mate with one person. You know, it's very rare to just see one swan in a pond. You're usually going to see two swans unless they lost their mate. So I definitely think of like unconditional love with a swan. And right now, only creating purely from the heart is so important right now, because it is fueling your abundance in the different areas of your life. And for some reason, I'm seeing some stained glass right now. You can let me know if this means anything to you, but I'm seeing different color stained glass pieced together. And I'm seeing kind of like almost like metal kind of around it and maybe joining them or something. But I am seeing some really pretty glass. And when I see the glass, oh, this is the message that I'm getting too. Your creative pursuits are helping you to see things in a different perspective, see things coming from a more creative, grounded, and loving, compassionate perspective. And so the different colors are representing the playfulness, the childlike playfulness where anything and everything is possible, as opposed to the constriction of how society might deem the right thing of doing things, the wrong thing of doing things that create that constriction. So the stained glass that I'm seeing, it's like, you know, I can see a child kind of peeking through with their little cute kid eye, you know? And and so it will help to bring that lightness within the depth of the darkness. So the things that have been challenging, the things that have been disrupted within your life, it's really important to have to continue with that creative outlet. And but I feel like you'll be doing it in a new way. Like there's some new added type of creative flow that you're going to be using and adding into what you have been doing. And there might even be some projects that are just totally different. And it's not that you're just letting that go, that other part go. It's like this new dedication is going to bring even more joy and more perspective. And then soon they can both be intertwined, you know? You can let me know if that resonates with you. Okay. Oh, the other card. Jody Neb. Perfect. Yay. Okay, the other card that came for you, Jody, is, and I caught myself saying from you, but really it's your higher self is like, this is what I need to hear, right? So it did, in essence, come through you, from you, and then through me as a channel. Okay, so Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Holy crap, I love this. I'm really feeling this card in my second chakra right now. So like right between the hips, I'm feeling this card. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Oh, I love that. Do you want to look at that card a little bit more? So you can see the beautiful baby, Mother Mary holding the baby, and all the angels around just like praising and in gratitude. It's just so beautiful. And last night, I had a dream that this friend of mine, who I'm not friends with anymore, she was very much pregnant. And she was like it feels like just so different now and so amazing. And she was moving my hand around her belly, and I could see, like I could feel things moving in there. And then what was really funny is there was a hook on the outside of her belly with a spoon hanging from it. So it was a hook with a spoon. And she's like look what it comes with. And it was like all attached to her and everything. It was incredible. And then I realized that I was pregnant. And I think there was some type of like a band-aid, like a patch. Like when I got this tattoo, they gave me this square of a band-aid, and and I had to keep it there for 4 hours. But then and so it looked like that, and the patch was somewhere on my belly. OMG, no more kids. Spoons, yes. Babies, no. I know, me neither. I am definitely done. But what babies can represent are new projects, new initiatives, giving birth to newness, new beginnings, new awesomeness in your life. So that is what's happening. It doesn't that baby, don't worry. Maybe you should take your prenatal vitamins. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, so that baby is representing new beginnings and the confirmation that what you've been wanting is in fact coming your way. So be patient. It is coming, and trust that, and it's going to be beautiful and perfect. And you're just Julian is in the house. Julian, you're a crystal. You sell crystals, don't you? If you love beautiful crystals, you can check out Julian's Instagram. Jody, I love the crying laughing emoji. That's awesome. Okay, Green Eyed Goddess. I don't think you said you wanted a card, but let me know if you do want a card. Julian, if you are interested in a card, or whoever else is still there, if I haven't pulled a card for you, then let me know. Oh, you needed that card, LOL. Hey, North of Toronto, if that resonated with you, then that message is for you too, okay? Because you're listening now. So there is definitely some purpose with your being on here at that time. All right, anyone else want a card before I wrap this up? Anyone? I hope you will join me. You know what? I mentioned my yoga classes. So if any of you are interested in joining my yoga classes, you can. You can even just try one class if you want and see if you like it. And you can do them over Zoom or do them in person. If you happen to live close to Uxbridge, I am. The classes are located on Douglas Road, where Radiant Joy used to be. And I have power yoga, I have chair yoga, I have yin yoga and vinyasa flow. And my Tuesday night vinyasa flow at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time over Zoom or in studio is associated with that second chakra focus, building that abundance, the creativity, the fertility, the sexuality, helping you to move forward and be within your flow. So it would be fun if you could join on Tuesday night, and that's for all levels. Bye, Jody. I need to go. My family thinks I've lost it. Thanks so much, Joy. Hey, you're welcome, Jody. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much. And who is that? Who has joined? Oh, Stephen's in the house. Stephen Jacob, how are ya? I am just wrapping this up. I am just seeing if anyone wants me to pull a card for them before I go. So, Steve, if you would like me to pull a card for you, let me know that. Be the last one. And if I'm pulling a card for someone and it's not you, but you're here, listen for the message, because there's a good chance that message is most likely meant for you too. I'm just putting some cards away here. What does it say? Stephen, what are you saying? I'm good, thanks. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right, Stephen, I'm going to pull from my Archangel deck, all right? Got the Archangel deck. What does Stephen Jacob need for today? Take some deep breaths, Stephen, and release some excess energy on that breath out. Maybe breathe out through your mouth. Feeling a little bit of constriction maybe in the belly. All this is good. It's all positive information. Okay, so Archangel Chamuel, your life Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change, career transition, career transition. So if have been considering a different career, changing a job, changing locations, moving somewhere different for a new career, going back to school or changing what you were taking in school, um, yeah, career change. This is the confirmation that if you were thinking of doing that, it is you're definitely on the right track. You're listening, you're trusting in your intuition, and it would be advantageous to make some beautiful changes at this time. And of course, you should only make decisions that resonate with you. So if I'm saying this and it feels not right for you whatsoever, then maybe that's the confirmation that you needed to stay exactly where you are, right? So you got to always trust in yourself, trust your instincts, trust that intuition. But yeah, Archangel Chamuel is like, this is a good thing. Thanks. I did it already. I'm about to change my college course. That is awesome. That's awesome. Would you like a follow-up card to that? So maybe that confirmation was there simply to say, great choice. You're right on track with exactly where you should be. Anything else for Stephen Jacob? Okay. Hello from heaven. Archangel Azrael, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Has anyone in your family passed away since you have already been in a body on a planet? Because even if you don't remember certain aunts or uncles or grandparents or great grandparents, they know you and they've known you throughout from birth to now. And so someone that you know, oh, I'm seeing a couple. I'm seeing a male and a female. They have glasses, and they're more thick rimmed glasses, thick rimmed glasses. And the type of pants I see them wearing are like those polyester type pants that would feel a little bit scratchy, and they would kind of like flare out at the bottom a little bit. And the picture that I'm seeing, like it's as if it's a Polaroid. And the picture that I'm seeing, it's like the coloring is not as crisp as our pictures normally would be. It's kind of like that faded, like that sun is kind of shining on that picture. It has that pinky type of tone to it. My grandfather and grandmother and my aunt passed away. Okay. Well, my best guess is it feels like it very well could be the grandmother, grandfather energy, because when I'm picturing them all dressed up like that, it would make sense that they would have already made it to grandparent stage. Yeah, so that's wonderful. That's very cool. They seem very loving. They seem very playful. Like so playful, so loving. Um, I feel like, even though they were a bit older during the stage, I guess, they have that hippie type of mentality feel to it, you know? Cool. Okay, so I'm seeing this camper, this like metal camper, and it's small, like a small metal camper, like this, like dome like with like a window, and then like that could be pulled behind something. So I feel like they went on like little adventures and stuff, car trips. Um, yeah, like I'm even seeing them along this. I only know this from the movies, but when I think about driving up a mountain and your car is on the edge and it's like really fucking steep going down, like one of those scary type of drives. You want to stay as close to the mountain as possible. So I see that like they did something like that, you know? Anyways, it'd be very interesting for if any of that resonates, or if you look into it and whatever is accurate that you want to come and share it with me after. I love that, because I don't get, it hasn't been a regular thing for me to connect with certain like relatives that just wanted to say hi to someone, you know, because like I spoke to my grandparents when they passed away, and then my friend, one of her friends died, and I connected with him. And then my friend's husband just died, and I was dropping her off some food. He came in just before I was going in there saying, tell her I love her, tell her I love her. And so, but anyways, I wasn't able to talk to her. I could only talk to her mom, but I still passed on the message. But like, this doesn't happen like all the time. You know what I mean? So, so it's really cool when it does. It's cool when it does, because it can be, oh no, I don't even want to say that, because it could be, I don't want to say false stuff, but my perceptions about connecting with different people when they pass away, I thought it could be really tricky, because everyone communicates in their own way. Like my guides have trained with me to know how to communicate with me, to know how to receive information. So someone totally new wanting to connect in with me, that could be tricky. But I have a channeling guide. And so when they go through a channeling guide, then I'm getting clear messages, right? But I'm still getting used to that cross communication. You know what I mean? It just hasn't been a common thing for me. So, all right. So anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday, a fabulous weekend. And if you ever want some one-on-one, yes, and you have a good weekend too. If you're ever interested in a one-on-one consultation, available to book. You can book a half-hour session with me, or you can book a full intensive session. The full intensive ones, they last about an hour and a half of us working together. But what normally happens is your angels and guides, or whoever wants to connect with you, as soon as you book it, some information will start downloading through. Not in all cases, but it could be a week and I'm getting information for you where, I'll write it down, I'll keep track of it. And then we do the session, and then I provide you with a summary afterwards and all the pictures of the cards. And then as I'm summarizing it, if more channeled information comes through, I add that, because sometimes the time we have with each other, it's not necessarily the perfect divine timing for everything to come in, right? So anyways, it can end up being 2 to 2.5 hours of my time. So it's definitely more expensive than a 30-minute one, but it's good. It's worthwhile. It's in depth. We go deep for clearing and healing and activation, right? So anyways, if you're ever drawn to it, I'm here for you. Is it free or you charge? Yeah, when I do the live streams and I pull cards for you, this is free. If you want to book something with me, either a half-hour session or the full intensive, then yeah, I do charge. So you can go onto my website if you're interested, or you can send me a DM. And my website is thejoyfulyogini.ca. So thejoyfulyogini.ca. And you can also sign up for my yoga classes on there too, if you like. Come in person or do it over Zoom. Okay. And something that I have to do better at promoting, I have to maybe do something fun on my website, maybe create a new video for it. But I do parties too. So if you want, you can book me for a party with your friends, your family, your coworkers, and I can do it online or maybe in person, right? It depends on where you live. If you want to pay for travel and accommodation, then I'll come where you live. But anyways, yeah, so I do parties and where I'll channel information through and for the group and individually and stuff, and we can play games and have fun. Anyways, we can create a party that's fun for you. So that's something else that I'm doing if you're ever interested. You live in Toronto? No freaking way. We can have an in-person session if you want. I live in Uxbridge. So I am, yeah, it depends if you're downtown Toronto or North End Toronto, whatever. But Uxbridge is about 40-50 minutes from the far north end of Toronto, maybe about 50 minutes. Yeah, we can even meet halfway in a cafe if you want. Or you can come to my studio. You're in Scarborough. You're so freaking close. Yeah, you're so close, man. That's awesome. Yeah, well, let me know. Let me know. So everybody, have a great rest of your Friday and great rest of your weekend. From my light to your beautiful light, namaste. Do something fun this weekend. Do something fun. Okay? And then tell me about it. Where is your studio? It's in Uxbridge. So I've joined in with the dance studio and I do all of my yoga classes there are at the dance studio. So I could always use it during the day to do a session, like a one-on-one consultation, something like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Bye, guys, and have a great weekend. See you later. Okay.